soap too much or very often. The reason for that is soaps will affect the adhesiveness of your wafer here, your barrier. And some soaps are, even though they say they're really skin friendly, they alter the pH of our skin, and they actually clean off all of the good healthy bacteria that protects our skin. So just plain water doesn't hurt a darn thing. Okay. And you can clean your skin really nicely with just warm water. And you can have a shower too. If you wanted to take your whole appliance off on the day that you were going to change it, take the whole thing off and just get in the shower just like this. And then just have your stuff ready, or something that you can kind of use to wipe it. Now another thing you're going to discover is that about 15 minutes to 20 minutes, sometimes for some people it varies, it could be sooner, after you eat, you're going to start to get drainage. So you can time things according to how you eat. So for example, if you want to change your pouch, you haven't had a lot to eat, so it's behaving very nicely. It's not leaking. But you don't have any control over this ileostomy. It's going to leak and leak at will, depending on how much you eat and drink.
Okay.
And we want you to be drinking a lot, like a glass of water every hour, because you're losing a lot of fluid and it's really easy to get dehydrated. So you're going to be drinking all the time.
Okay.
That's going to prevent bowel obstruction, and it's going to keep you from getting dehydrated. Dehydrated is going to land you in the hospital.
Okay. So they made an incision right by his belly button. Wow. And that's
So
another
that's
incision.
nice, and that's all going to heal right up. Yeah.
So he didn't need stitches for any of that?
No, usually they'll just put a little
Tape.
drainage over that. Yeah, a little piece of tape or steri-strip or something. That's looking pretty good. I can put some steri-strips on there. It's just dried blood. Is that hurting? Are you doing okay? There's a little more adhesive here that if you want you can pick off, or I'll try to get it off.
It's weird.
It is weird. It's something new. It's something new. It's
I'm not
gonna
used
feel a
to
little
the
different.
smell. I'm not used to
But
anything.
you're pain-free and you're disease-free.
I know.
So, remember what the doctor said? You're basically exchanging one set of problems for another one, for other ones, but these problems are going to be a lot less.
So let's put a clean towel under here and we can, nice clean workspace for us. This is just more water, warm water. I just kind of wanted to wipe your skin and try to clean it as best I can. You can see a little bit of adhesive here. Are you doing okay with me rubbing? I do have adhesive removers, but I would prefer not to use that because it just could affect our barrier, how well, because adhesive removers will affect how well you'll stick. Now this stoma is going to shrink and get smaller over the next 6 weeks, and it's going to probably develop some little wrinkles that you'll see, and that's normally in the intestine we have a lot of wrinkles in there because that's where we get all the surface area for absorption, right? So a little bit of bleeding is totally fine. It's very vascular, like the inside of your mouth. It's not going to hurt anything, but we want it to stay nice and rosy and pink. Okay, so we've pretty much washed it all the way around the edges. Got all the adhesive off. And we'll just let that air dry for a second, and we'll keep something on standby just in case it leaks a little bit. So the best time to change your pouch would be before breakfast.
Okay.
Get up in the morning, have your shower, take your old pouch off, pat it dry because you're not going to have a lot of excess drainage. There'll be some there, but it's not going to be as much as if you just had a great breakfast and a big milkshake. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're really going to want to bump up your protein. And with protein, extra protein, you always need to drink a lot of water because it will affect your kidneys. So good for you. Yeah, it's getting caked, isn't it?
More specifically, powders or actual meats, more meats?
Foods.
Foods.
It's better, but you cannot, if you're not a very good eater or you don't think that he's getting enough, then you certainly could supplement it and stick get some protein powder and put it in shakes, put it in your food, put it in your drink. You could do that. And there's a list of foods that are good in protein that are very helpful.
Yeah.
Even Carnation Instant Breakfast has 8 grams of protein. It's kind of nice to have about 100 grams of protein when you're healing. When your
Okay,
skin
a day.
Is healing. A day.
100 grams a day.
But with that, again, lots of water, okay? All right, I might have you just lift your arm up or maybe